Cody took me for a room-to-room gallery stroll, with my hand gracefully holding his forearm, rightfully showing off his brilliantly crafted paintings. A few of the larger canvases depicted mature, nude women, and for a naughty moment I wondered if I knew the ladies he'd painted from the agency. I listened intently as he described his work in detail. Cody was passionate about his art and painted with a purpose. He told stories on canvas that weren't necessarily pleasant, but mentally and emotionally provoking. And his artistic depth was fascinating. It was refreshing to be in his presence, and the chemistry we exchanged became more and more obvious. "When did you realize you had this talent?" I asked Cody, stroking his muscular back with my French-tipped fingernails. His body responded favorably to my gentle, soothing touch, back flexing and contracting under my hand. There were visible chills on his neck, and my impulse was to lick them. But giving him an erection midway through his show was unacceptable, considering. He caught my gaze and stayed there.
"I always knew. I'd drive my family crazy drawing on anything I could, like a crazed addict. And my mother was so supportive, believing in my talents, and supplying me with whatever I needed to pursue art."
I wondered if he knew my pussy had begun to throb, observing how his beautiful, perfectly shaped mouth moved when he spoke about his mother with gratitude and love, and about the naughty scenarios forming in my mind of watching him paint in the nude. Although I didn't know whether or not he painted with clothes on, the fantasy vision was sublime and stirred my interest to find out. I asked, "How did you find the time to paint so many incredible works of art? You're still in college, yes?"
"Yes, it's the end of junior year,"
Cody replied, then shared.
"And I've learned I can't control myself when inspiration hits. I can't suppress the creative force once it takes over. So I go with the flow and do schoolwork around the artistic bursts and explosions."
"Creative force," I repeated in my head as the dirtiest thoughts came flooding in. I'd like to see that part of him, on his back, underneath me. "I feel the same about my passions, too," I told him. "Once I get going, I can't stop either." He wavered slightly, as if the sexual energy he ignited in me had brought him to an impulsive edge.
"There are 2 more paintings to show you, and then—"
"Then what?" he replied, full of naughty suggestion.
"Then we can go wherever you want."
After Cody shared the powerful details of his last 2 canvases, I took a long breath, seriously horny for this gorgeous guy. The dating agency had matched us well. Cody had many of the attributes on my list for mating with a younger man, and it was time to find out if he had the rest of the boxes checked too.